Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy, the Schizo Man, and we're back again to another episode where you are Pokemon journeys. The journey starts today. The journey starts today. The journey starts today. Day, 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 day. The journey starts today. I think I've decided to make a decision because realistically, I think when it starts coming into arcs that are like spanning multiple episodes, like I'm pretty sure the Darkest Day arc is going to span. I think what I'm gonna do is watch all of it at once, like a legit special, and then post the review as like a full arc review instead of doing like an episode by episode thing. Because let's be real here, the episode by episode format of certain episodes don't work. The only reason why I'm even doing it for this one is because it's right before Darkest Day, and it's the only episode review I haven't done. So for the Darkest Day arc, I'm not gonna post a review every Sunday. It's going to be like one big review at the end of the arc. Like when the arc ends, that's when you'll get the review, and it'll be an arc review, and then I'll probably put like the episodes it's spanning and make it a little bit easier. But as far as the Darkest Day, I mean, as far as this filler is concerned, which is the Pikachu dubbing and the weird Marshtot one, I think a lot of people are kind of in the same consensus that this was kind of like what the fuck ever. The first half only gets funnier towards the end of it. Like the beginning is obviously a bunch of setup, Meowth being sick and all that other shit. The funniest part is when you get towards the end and they're trying to dub and understand what Pikachu is saying, and then they get to the point where they've completely missed the point, and they fucking at one point they're like sayonara. Is he telling us goodbye, or is he saying matina, like we'll see you again? Like, does he want to see us again, or like I love you? And it's like, oh, we love you too. Like I love that. I love that build up from it, where like it starts off as, oh, Meowth is sick. We're relying too much on Meowth. Let's try to figure out Pokemon language ourselves. We'll start by following Pikachu, trying to figure out what Pikachu's saying. Jesse and James take their two interpretations. There's some gags and related to that, and then it builds into that where it's like, wait a minute, what about this particular scene? It's like, oh, wait a minute, he said something to us as we were flying away, and then them completely misunderstanding it. And then I think the only thing that sucks is that the payoff with the joke, which would have been us figuring out what Pikachu actually said, is Meow being like, I can't tell them what he actually said. And I'm like, low key want to know what he actually said. I wish that was the punchline. Like, he actually said da 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 da, which would have made the sequence even funnier. That like they completely misunderstand him. Here we're just left in mystery. Like Pikachu's language would never be translated, even though it's been translated in episodes before. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I wish it had ended on the note of like us actually knowing what he actually said. So that's the only shame I feel in terms of the episode, in terms of it. Like the apex of it was not reached because they thought, nah, we're not gonna do that. And I was like, man, but you're so close to it being like comedy gold. Like, and it's still pretty funny. Like I said, the buildup is great. It's just, man, I wish they hit that apex and just did it, and they didn't do it. And I was like, fuck. I was completely like, god damn it, fuck. But oh well, I guess. Oh fucking well. The March Tom side of it is one of the weirder episodes because they do a bunch of small jokes, but you never get the punchline to the main joke, which is, why is there a March? It's stupid to me. It make that, I think the March one pisses me off only because you put it in the opening. You put it in the opening with Ludicolo, so you thought it was noteworthy enough to go in the motherfucking opening, but you didn't do anything with it. It's such a. I actually think the Team Rocket part would have been funnier. The problem is you can't really set that up. That shouldn't. I also shouldn't have been in the opening. This should have been a nice surprise. It ended up being like, okay, they put Marshtomp and Ludicolo in the opening, which are Pokemon that both a certain trainer has had, which makes that whole sequence even worse. Think about it. Brock has a Ludicolo and a Marshtomp that he got in the same goddamn gen because they're both Gen 3 Mons, and you didn't even put. Why would you do that? That's such a terrible thing to do. You pick one of two of Brock's notable Hoenn Mons, put them in the opening, and then you get to the episode and their section's only 11 minutes, and it's the worser of the two. It's fucking it goes from being boring to flat out annoying. Now, obviously, if you watched the preview, you knew he wasn't gonna be in there. But it just makes me mad that you have all this level of tease, and that you paired two of these mons together, these two specific mons together, knowing their history in the anime. That's terrible writing. And the jokes revolving this thing was dumb. Like, the one thing that pissed me off is you never get to know why how they're getting stuck in the ground. It's just said, oh shit, they got stuck in the ground and they need to be helped to get out of it. And then they did the thing where they had like random smart things not work because of anime convenience. So like he couldn't just catch him and it would pull him out of the ground, even though we've seen in other situations. Actually, I think the more I think about it, the martial art episode pisses me off more than it should. It's one of those things where I start out and it's kind of dumb, and then it gets progressively worse because of all this dumb shit you could have done. Oh, look, the Pokeball concept doesn't work because then we wouldn't have 11 minutes of content. Oh, let's do this weird. Oh, fucking Sabo can't use water gun because for some reason he's conveniently frightened of the March Tom, which psychs him out. Oh, we gotta do this dumb gag where fucking Ludicolo, instead of using rain dance, uses fucking sunny day because we need to extend time. Then we gotta have Ash being stupid. All this feels like it was an excuse to extend time, and they couldn't make it make sense, so it just feels like a random bunch of events happening. And then the rain comes out and they pull them out, and that's it. And then they're all stuck in there later too. And I'm like, this is not funny. What part of this is meant to be funny? What's funny about seeing Pokemon stuck in the ground, obviously not enjoying themselves because the ground is dried up? It's so fucking dumb. It's so fucking stupid. And then to make it worse is that Goat has other water types. So it's not even like you had to use only Sabo. Now I get it. He probably doesn't have the bitches with him. But like, man, it's dumb shit like this that just makes you mad about the situation. Or, oh, the ground is conveniently too hard, even though both of you have mons that could probably crack ground. Nah. Or why is Pikachu not using Iron Tail? Why is he just hitting the damn ground with his tail? It's like, it's so many small, stupid things that just pisses me off. It just makes me mad. And it gets worse as I think about it, because I'm sitting there like, this was not hard. You didn't have to do that much to make this a decent episode, or half of an episode, and you couldn't even fucking do that. I've never seen myself go from being indifferent to angry so fucking quick, but it makes me mad because I'm like, you didn't have to do much, but you didn't know how to write the episode in a way that makes sense. Oh, the Pokeball doesn't work because he's too slippery. Now the slippery part made sense only because it's a mud fish and it's in dry land, so it's stuck. So fine, it's too. Actually, in retrospect, that doesn't make sense either. Because why is this body still slimy if he's being dried up with the land and shit? He should be dehydrated. Should be easier to grab. It's fucking and it makes me mad because you put that in the opening. Why did you put it in the opening? The Zapdos thing, I think, deserved it only because Zapdos is a legendary. But you put this Brock-related tease with it being Marchtomp and Ludicolo. This fucking... why did you think this was a good idea? And how motherfucking dare you, you piece of shit. I went from being indifferent to just being actively angry about this episode now. I am actively mad about this stupid fucking episode. The Team Rocket section was good, though, I guess. That was a pleasant surprise, so I would say that Team Rocket now has better filler than the main episodes. I think I'm getting to that point now, where I think Team Rocket does better in filler than the main characters doing filler because they can't come up with proper ways of writing them in filler. Fuck it. I don't know. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Like I said, don't expect episode reviews until the Darkest Day arc is over. And then, or if I do, I'll record them all and then like post them as one big thing. Like I'm not gonna Essentially, you guys aren't going to get individual videos for all those. But particularly because a lot of you don't even, a lot of the views for these haven't been great to begin with. And two, I think it might work better as an overall arc review instead of just reviewing an episode at a time. But leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Fuck this, fuck the Marsh Stomp episode. That episode just is just bad on so many levels, and it gets worse the more you think about it. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. This has been your boy Schizomanic. Let's a game, play to win, and I'll catch you guys later. And remember, just remember that you can't have any fun if you ain't going a little crazy. And that, kids, is how you give yourself brain damage.